coin collectors and history enthusiasts. Welcome back to the Dollar Mint Old Coin, your ultimate destination for discovering the hidden treasures of the past. Today, we've got an incredible story for you about a coin that's not just rare, but might just make you a millionaire. That's right. The 2-cent coin from 1975 in Australia could potentially be worth millions of dollars. Stick around as we dive into how a simple, old coin turned into a priceless gem for collectors. To fully appreciate how this coin ended up being so valuable, let's start with a bit of history. The Australian 2-cent coin was first introduced in 1966 as part of Australia's decimal currency system. Before that, the Australian currency was based on pounds, shillings, and pence. But when Australia switched to decimal currency, the country adopted the dollar and cent system, just like many other nations. The 2-cent coin, with its copper composition, was one of the smaller denominations, weighing in at only 6.6 grams. Now, the 2-cent coin was in circulation for decades before being discontinued in 1992 due to inflation and a decreasing demand for smaller denominations. But in 1975, a rare error happened in the minting process, one that would forever change the way we look at the 2-cent coin. Here's where the story gets interesting. In 1975, the Royal Australian Mint accidentally produced a very small number of 2-cent coins that were missing the mint mark that's normally stamped on the coin. This mint mark, located on the reverse of the coin, indicated which mint facility had produced it. Now, to most people, this would seem like an insignificant error, but for collectors, it's huge. The fact that these coins were missing the mint mark means they're extremely rare, making them highly sought after. And guess what? Only a handful of these rare, mint mark-less coins were ever produced. So, if you happen to own a 2-cent coin from 1975 and it has no mint mark, then congratulations. You might be holding on to a small fortune. Now, you're probably wondering, how can a coin that was once worth only 2 cents be worth millions today? The answer lies in its rarity and demand among collectors. In the world of numismatics, that's the study and collection of coins, rarity is king. And when it comes to the 1975 2-cent era coin, its scarcity has driven the price up significantly. Experts estimate that there are fewer than 10 known to exist in private collections. And as the demand for rare coins grows, so does the price. At recent auctions, the value of this coin has skyrocketed, with some being sold for upwards of $4 million. You heard that right, for $1 million. But it's not just the error that makes this coin so valuable. It's the fact that it's part of Australia's rich coinage history, a symbol of an era when decimal currency was first introduced. So, how do you identify if you found one of these incredibly rare coins? Here's what you need to know. First, check the year. If it's 1975, you're on the right track. Then, flip the coin over and inspect the reverse side. Normally, there should be a mint mark, a small letter indicating which mint facility produced the coin. The coin you're looking for is one that doesn't have this mint mark. The mint mark error is often very subtle, so you'll need to look closely. You may also want to use a magnifying glass to ensure you're not missing it. Additionally, remember that the coin should be in good condition to fetch the highest price. Coins that have been worn down or damaged tend to lose their value in the marketplace. Now, let's say you've just discovered that you have one of these rare 1975 2-cent era coins. What do you do next? First, get it professionally appraised by a certified numismatist or take it to a reputable coin dealer who specializes in rare currency. Once you know the value, you can choose to sell it at an auction or work with private collectors who are eager to add it to their collections. Online platforms like eBay also offer a marketplace for rare coins, though it's important to ensure you're dealing with trusted buyers. Remember, you're dealing with a highly valuable item, so take the necessary steps to ensure you get the best price while keeping your coin safe and secure. To wrap things up, the 1975 Australian 2-cent coin without a mint mark is a perfect example of how something as simple as a coin can transform into an incredible piece of history and wealth. If you've got one lying around in your collection, or if you happen to spot one at a flea market, you might be looking at your ticket to a fortune. Thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed learning about this fascinating piece of history, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more videos like this, and leave a comment below if you've ever found any rare coins in your collection. Until next time, happy collecting!